Hello students, welcome to the class of Sampurnanand Rakecha. Today I take up the 7th stanza of Thomas Gray's poem Elegy written in a country churchyard. As we had noticed that the poet is talking about the deaths of the simple workers, agricultural farmers, agricultural workers, who are called peasants. There is a difference between farmer and peasants. So they are peasants. Farmers are the rich people who have land, but these are the small workers who are working on the farm. They are called peasants, Peasants, peasants. So I start the 7th stanza for you. Oft did the harvest to their sickle yield, their furrow oft the stubborn glebe has broke. How jocund did they drive their team afield, how bowed the woods beneath their sturdy stroke. Oft did the harvest to their sickle yield. Harvest is the crop which they get, the crops which they grow in their field, and the end result, the crop which they get ready for sale in the market, that is harvest. To their sickle. Sickle is the agricultural implement to cut the crop. So the point here is that the farmers worked hard with their sickle and they got very good harvest. They did very hard work. Their furrow is the sharp point of the plow. Oft means often, very often. The stubborn means hard. Glebe means earth has broke. Means the soil may be hard sometimes, but their furrow, the furrow of their plow will break the hardest of the soil and make it cultivate that hard land also. So the farmer could work hard. How jocund? Jocund means happy. Did they drive their team afield? Means they kept on singing, they kept on other activities, joking and sharing stories, etc. But they did their work hard with happiness. They worked as a team on their field. And how bowed means fell down. The woods means jungles beneath their sturdy means powerful stroke. When they hit the trees with their axes, the biggest trees fell down to the ground. Means they were very hard working people in cutting the trees and in growing crops. This I am now proceeding to the 8th stanza. I recite the 8th stanza for you. Let not ambition mock their useful toil, their homely joys and destiny obscure, nor grandeur hear with disdainful smile the short and simple annals of the poor. Let not ambition. Ambition is here with A capital, is personified, means all the ambitious people. So the ambitious people should not mock, means make fun of their useful. Useful means important, toil means hard work. So the ambitious people who may want to become big politicians like prime minister or other posts they want to get. So those people, those rich people, those highly placed people should not make fun of these simple but hard-working people, their homely joys. So the joys in their families and their destiny. Destiny means fortune, their luck. Obscure means not visible. Not clearly visible. So their future may not be bright, but then they have their own joys. Nor grandeur. Grandeur means the grand people. The people in the palaces, the grandeur. Here with a disdainful smile. Disdainful means hateful, contemptuous smile. The grand people, the higher ups in the society should not look with disdain. They should not hate these simple people. The short and simple annals of the poor. The annals means the history of these poor people are very simple, very short, but that is not reason that they should be hated. They are doing an important work, and therefore the ambitious and the grand people, the great people, They have no business to make fun of these simple people. I proceed to the to the ninth stanza. The boast of heraldry and the pomp of power, and all that beauty, all that wealth ever gave, awaits alike the inevitable hour. The path of glory lead but to the grave. There may be some people, rich people, the grand people, the ambitious people, who may boast of heraldry. Boast means talk big, and heraldry is the lineage. I mean, somebody may be the son of a king, somebody may be nephew of a king, somebody may be the great nephew of the king, and thereby they may talk about their coat of arms, they can show their power, how they are connected to the royal family, and there may be some beautiful people who may be boastful of their beauty, and they may be boastful of their wealth, their property, their money. They may talk big about their property and all that. Awaits alike the inevitable hour. The inevitable hour which cannot be avoided is death. And so death is waiting equally for the rich people and the common people, or the simple people, the grand people, the kings and all the people. The path of glory lead but to the grave. So you may have a glorious life, but then again in the end you go to the grave. These people became great because they got chances. These simple people, small people of this small hamlet, they could not achieve fame because they did not get the opportunity. Yes, please. So now I start with the 10th stanza. I recite this stanza. Nor you, ye proud, impute to these the fault, if memory over their tomb no trophies raise, where through the long drawn aisle and fretted vault the pealing anthem swells the note of praise. Now, in this, again there is a personification of the proud people. So, the poet is addressing to the proud people and say, don't, if these people have any faults, don't ascribe these faults to these simple people. Because if there is no memorial on the tombs of these simple people, if there are no trophies, there are no memorials, just as there is a memorial on the tomb of Mumtaz Mahal, that is Taj Mahal. So, if it is there, if their tombs are simple and if there is no memorial, then it is not their fault. So don't blame them for them. Where through the long aisle drawn and fretted vault. So if there is a memorial, there may be an aisle, means there may be a corridor, there may be a veranda, and the vault means the roof will be decorated, and they will be singing an anthem in praise of the deceased people. So these are the memorials created over the tombs of the rich people, the proud people, the celebrities, and the people of the royal family. But these people don't have this type of memorials. So please don't blame them for the lack of memorial on their tombs. Now I proceed to the 11th stanza. Can story do earn or animated burst back to its mention call the fleeting breath? Can honor's voice provoke the silent dust, or flattery soothe the dull cold ear of death? Now in this stanza, the poet is mocking the practices followed by the rich people. Now they make beautiful urns. You are an urn. Urn is a vessel made of marble or of metal, and the lives of these people are depicted on these urns, these people, or animated bust, or the statue of bust size is erected on a public place to make these people memorable. But because these people, these small agricultural workers of these small people, they did not have any memorial on their graves. So these things, I mean, the animated burst or the urns. They cannot call back the fleeting breath, the breath which is gone, that is gone. These things cannot bring life back to the body of these deceased people. Can honor's voice provoke the silent dust? The dead body is the silent dust. And you speak in honor of the dead body, but that will not provoke, that will not bring back life to the body which is only a silent dust. Or flattery soothe the dull cold ear of death. And so if you speak nice things, things of praise, things of flattery in the ear of the dead people, it is not going to comfort the dead people. So it is useless doing all this after the death of a person. So if there is, the poet is saying that, okay, these simple hamlets, people of small village, nobody is to depict their lives on the urns, or nobody is to erect animated bursts on public places, or nobody is to flatter them with wonderful things spoken in their praise. But that does not matter, because all these things are useless after somebody's death. Perhaps in this neglected spot is, I begin the 12th stanza. Perhaps in this neglected spot is laid some heart once pregnant with celestial fire, hands that rod the empire, that the rod of the empire might have swayed, or waked to ecstasy the living lyre. The poet is guessing. The poet is telling that this place, this graveyard in the small village is neglected. Nobody visits, because these are the simple people whose dead bodies are lying here. So why should any important people come here and this place should become famous? There is no reason why this place should become famous. But the poet says, some heart once pregnant with celestial fire. So here in this small village, in this small graveyard, there may have been buried a person who was capable of becoming a great saint with celestial fire, means fire of heaven. And here there have been buried people who had hands, who could have ruled an empire, or they could sing beautifully. Living lyre is musical instrument, and so they could play beautifully to give you joy on their lyres. So many singers, many rulers, or many saints may have been buried here, but the only thing is that they had not become celebrities. Otherwise, they did have the talents like all other great people. So friends, I'll stay here. In the next lecture, that is the third lecture, I shall take up stanzas 13 to 18. Goodbye till then.